What's going on YouTube, and welcome to Anteiku Nation, my home, your home, for all things gaming and all things Cardfight Vanguard Zero. Today guys, we're going to be taking a look at another set 4 deck profile, Majesty Lord Blaster. This deck's been hitting the format pretty hard, and I'd like to touch on that. But before we begin guys, please hit that like button if you like this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the bell so that you can be notified each and every time that I upload a brand new video. And with all that being said guys, let's dive right into it. Alright guys, here we are. Another set 4 deck profile video, and this time guys we're taking a look at the notorious Majesty Lord Blaster. Now this deck's seen a lot of play. Can't say that I blame you, because this deck is good, it's consistent for what it does, and it's just really strong. Thankfully when set 4 released, Wingle Brave did not get nerfed, okay, so it is still sitting in its glorious balanced self at the fact that it is a forerunner, so when rode upon it goes to the rear guard. When the attack by a blaster this unit boosted hits, you may CB1, put him into the soul, and you add a blaster. So with that ability, as long as he's boosting a blaster, you're going to be able to search your Blaster Blade, you're going to be able to search your Blaster Dark, or you're going to be able to search your key piece, Majesty Lord Blaster. Now a lot of synergy there guys, because you've got 4, 7, 11 units with Blaster in their name, so a lot of synergy for Wingle to go off. But this guy's got a target on his back guys, because those Kagero players, any clan that can actually nuke a unit, they're coming for Wingle if they can get their hands on him. So like key piece, you want to get him off on turn 2 at all costs if you can help it. But to back that up guys, let's say you don't get this off, okay? So what we do is we run Star Call Trumpeter, okay? Star Call Trumpeter is Vanguard rear guard. When in place, you may CB2 to call a grade 2 or less blaster from your deck. So again, if you can't search it, you're going to pull it out, whichever one that you actually need. She's going to fetch you it. We're not really using a whole lot of counterblast in this deck. Aside from Wingle, Blaster Blade, and Star Call are the only units that we're really using that require counterblast. And we all know what Blaster Blade does. Vanguard rear guard when in place, you may CB2 to retire one of your opponent's grade 2 or higher rear guard. So he's definitely sniping something off the front row, okay? Now, let's look at the Mac Daddy, the big guy himself, the one that you're all here for, Majesty Lord Blaster. Let's go ahead and get a big picture of that. Look at that. So good. Really wish it was an SP, but, such is life. Let's go back. So Vanguard, if Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark are in your soul, this unit gets plus 2k. So he's going to be sitting at 12k solid for the remainder of the game. Now, also, when this unit attacks, you may put a Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark into your soul. He gets plus 10k and a crit until the end of that turn. Now, let's back that up for a second. He gets a plus 10,000 until the end of that battle, okay? And his original crit becomes 2, but the crit stays, okay? So from the remainder of the game, he's going to be swinging for 2 crits always, but after that initial battle phase, he will be, just a 12k base for the remainder of the game. So important information. Now, you're going to look at my deck and you'll be like, ooh, Anteiku, you're only running 2 Gants a lot. Why are you being bad? I'm not being bad. It's the only ones that I got right now, because Fate did not smile upon me on my pools for set 4. I only pulled 2 MLB, so the resources that I had that I was going to craft the other 2 Gant slots, I had to use to make 2 more MLB so that I can flush out my playset. So now I got to grind more materials so I can get my full playset, a Gant slot, and you should be running 4, because even at 2, while that feels good, and I see it enough, it just feels better if you had 4, okay? But the thing is, even though Gaslock can pull out Blaster Blade because you shove him back into, the deck, and then you get your Blaster Blade, and that feels good because you're putting a heal in, you're taking the non-trigger out, always feels good. You got to be careful, because if you do it too much, or things just go, screwy, all of a sudden then she doesn't have a way to, pull Blaster Blade out. She may not be able to pull Blaster Dark out. So you just gotta, resource management. Now, I look at this deck through 2 different eyes, okay? I've had some success with this deck. I've had some fun with it. I don't know how much I really truly feel about this deck. It's strong. Not going to lie, guys. It is strong. I feel some negativity towards this deck in a sense, okay? And here's why. Let's say we play Blaster or Majesty Lord, okay? We've got our Blaster Blade or Blaster Dark in the front row because let's just say Fate, does not smile upon you for whatever reason, and you couldn't get like your Bedivere or you couldn't get your Star Call, okay? And you wanted to do something to get rid of their grade 2s, okay? To clear the board so that you can make sure that when you swing with that glorious extra crit and power that it actually hits. So you use Blaster Blade and you use Blaster Dark, okay? And you do the things, okay? But then you suck them up into the soul and you're just left with Majesty Lord on the battlefield and you swing. Whether or not that attack hits or not, that's negligible. We're not even worried about that, okay? If it does, it does. If it doesn't, then that feels bad in and of itself, but such is life. My issue here is that you leave yourself open because on your next turn, you've got nothing to protect yourself, whether it's on the left or right column. So therefore, they're going to proceed to try and go hard on you because they know you're swinging for crits. They're going to try and protect themselves, and they're going to try and make you suffer for the minus that you took by sucking up the Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark, and they're going to proceed to go face. And that in itself to me just feels bad. Now you might ask, or you might say, Anteiku, what about Perfect Razors? They have to minus. You have to suck up Razors in order to get the Perfect Razor ability off. Yes, that's true. That is true. You do, only though the issue is that with that is that you can actually suck up grade 1 Razors. You don't have to suck up your grade 2 Interceptors. So yeah, it's still a minus, just like Majesty Lord is a minus because you have to absorb 2 units in order to get him off. But Razors do it in a sense that you build upon it. If you get the ride off like grade 1 and 2, there's 2 in the soul already. By the time you ride him, he can also generate a Razor himself when he is placed. Therefore, it's just a grade 0. You can suck in a grade 0. Then you only have to minus yourself 1 because you generated a piece of the material in order to get his ability off. It's not so much of a hard minus to me in my mind in the way that I like to play this game. In the way that this game plays, that you need those grade 2 Interceptors, it's not as bad. But I feel like there is a huge opening of vulnerability after you initiate his ability. Now, some people might just throw their blasters in the back, okay? You could, okay? If in Magic Christmas Land, if you've got Bediveres or you've got your Star Calls and you don't have to, you don't have to put these guys up front, you're sitting a lot prettier. And it does happen. But I'm telling you from my own experience, I lost to Grand Blue with his ability because Grand Blue was able to keep just generating their grade 2s and the deck was running crits actually. And they proceeded to wreck my face. I'm not a bad player, guys. I've been playing this game since the game very first came out in 2012, 2013. In English, I played through all the formats. But I am telling you, I see a vulnerability in this deck. And that is the biggest vulnerability that this deck has. Besides the fact that if you don't get the key pieces, this thing is sitting at a 10k vanilla. You were sitting on a vanilla beat stick. That is it. Now, 9 times out of 10, no, he's not going to be vanilla because you should be able to get your blasters off fairly well. But anyway, guys, let's just look further into the deck. For right now, I am putting my Alfred early as my other heal. He is there on the off chance that things just go screw. If you can't get your Majesty Lord and you did ride Blaster Blade, which at that point, I don't know why you would not have a Majesty Lord. But, I digress. Weird things happen. He feels good because then you can pull Blaster Blade out of the soul by riding him. And that gives you more toolboxing. It gives you more things to do. And this deck is all about toolboxing. Because again, you've got Wingle Brave. He's going to fetch something when his ability goes off. You got Star Call over here. She's going to fetch a blaster out of the deck as soon as she's placed. Now it has to be a grade 2, so it has to be the Blaster Blade or Blaster Dark. But mind you, you're still tutoring out a card. You're still doing the thing. We do use the Lake Maidens in this deck, guys, because we do, want to try to dig through the deck a little bit. So, if you get her, even if you don't have to ride her, if you got 2 of her sitting in hand, I would just throw one down and then ditch the other copy, dig for something. Hopefully you get something that you need. Hopefully a blaster piece or maybe, Majesty Lord himself or, something beneficial to your circumstances. We do run 4 Palamedes because this dude just hits magical I can't talk and I do apologize. He hits magical numbers. There we go. English. It betrays me. So yeah, he hits magical columns or magical numbers, and then we've also teched in like one soul saver, on the off chance that like if things just go weird, and you can actually build some big columns. You got enough soul that you should be able to just like finish the game off with him, because that is what soul saver is. She's just a finishing piece, him or her. That's what she's always going to be. So she's just there as a tech in. Like you could go up. I mean, what you could go up like maybe do an Alfred, maybe a King of Knights Alfred, or do like Oh, I don't know. There's so many other things you could do. But yeah, guys, definitely be running 4 Ganslots. If you can't, I understand, because I've been rocking 2 Ganslots for the last month, and that's just it. Because I have not been able to pull one. Like he's the one card in the game that I just cannot seem to pull out of a pack, and resources went elsewhere. But yeah, moving on. We do play 4 Bedivere in this because he is a 12k, or no, 3. I'm sorry, not 4. He does line up with K for like 19, or with Marin, he lines up for 20. So again, you're hitting those magical numbers, guys. We are running 4 PG, nothing special there. 4 Marin, again, nothing special there. It's AK vanilla. K is kind of cool on the off chance, like if you can't get a grade 2 that's worthwhile, you can just throw him down in the front, because as long as the Vanguard is a blaster, he's going to be 10k. So yeah, he's like having extra 10k vanillas in the deck, even though we don't really run Galatines in this deck, but he is there nonetheless, guys. There's not much I can really say about this deck. It is fun. It does toolbox a lot. I just don't know if I like this deck over Dragonic Overlord, the end. I feel like there's some minusing issues there that I just don't know how I feel about. I'm a little on the fence, but yeah, guys, definitely if you can build the deck, it is strong. Do not get me wrong, it is strong, but I'm going to tell you from both sides, the good and the bad, because that's what I'd like to do. I like to showcase a deck for all its pros and all of its cons, and let you decide what you want to do with that information. You could do all kinds of things. Like you could forego certain cards. You could mix and match and change up the ratio. Because please, guys, do not just think that because Anteiku's playing it, then I have to take it, because I do not support that mentality. Everybody has a different play style. Everybody has a different way they like to play the game. There's different iterations of this deck going around. There's one where you're using Garmor. Like there is a build where Garmor is your backup, and you're using Majesty Lord as your main one, obviously. And, they got the Snuggle package. Now, I did try that. Let's just touch on that for a minute. I did touch on it. Now, for me, it felt clunky. I can't tell you why, but as the games that I played, it just felt like it was trying to do too many things. And the sole purpose of this deck is to get your blasters, fuel Majesty Lord, and proceed to wreck face and threaten them each and every turn with 2 crits. That is the purpose of this deck. It is a pressuring deck. It is a toolbox. And it does that well. So it's kind of hard to really tinker around with your pieces too much. Like I just feel like if you're trying to like get Snuggles out and you're trying to do these things, like yeah, it's cute. It's cute that you're doing that, but how consistent is it exactly? And don't get me wrong, guys. I'm a huge fan of Snuggles and Garmor. Played it in my Garmor Galahad. Love the deck, but don't know how I feel about it in Majesty Lord. But with all that being said, guys, please leave your thoughts in your comments, and the description's below. Please let me know what you think. How well is this deck running for you if you are exactly running this deck? What kind of cards are you running? What kind of trigger lineup are you using? Are you running crits by any chance? Or are you running 4 draw like myself? I have been tempted to actually run some crits in this deck. I'm not doing that just yet. I feel like you really need your pieces. You need to draw into it like any other deck so far in Zero, because we don't keep, drive checks, and that hurts. So, yeah, guys. Please let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this deck, what you agree with, what you disagree with. Yeah, I want to hear from you guys. Don't forget also, please, guys, hit that like and that subscribe button. I see a lot of people are viewing a lot of my videos. One of my videos got like 1,400 views, but that did not reflect subscribers. So please, guys, it helps me help you, and to keep giving out to the community, guys, please hit that like and that subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. And until next time, guys, stay strong, stay healthy, and stand up, my Vanguard.